Hey everybody, fWhip here, and welcome back to the X-Life SMP server. We are at our brand new base over here in the jungle, and I'm absolutely loving this. I had so much fun working on this build, and it seems like a lot of you enjoyed it as well, so thank you so very much for the support on that one. Today, my friends, I've got a great idea for how we can expand our base down into this section down here. So getting ourselves started, we've got to clear a lot of the bushes, the underbrush out, but I kind of want to do it strategically because I really am in love with this greenery segment right in here underneath our ruined bridge. I want to bring in some stones and things to make it look like we got more substance to the walls around here. It's not just a slope of sorts. But coming down here, we can start off by clearing out a few trees. We've got a bunch of things planned for today. The Secret Santa gifts are going to be happening. I did clarify. A lot of people let me know in the comments. They're like, that's not Jack or Jeremy, it's Joel. Joel renamed himself as Jeremy, but no, I clarified with the server and said, hey, can everybody clarify what name they put in there? And it's actually Jeremy sucks at life or whatever. Jeremy, I don't know, whatever his name is. So we've got to get a gift for him here today, and I have an absolutely awesome idea. Some people said that he has been looking for cluck shrooms, and there's one thing that I love about giving gifts inside of Minecraft involving chickens or some off-breed of chickens is we can do something absolutely fantastic with it and create a bomb. It's gonna be great. Right now, I think this little section over here should work out really, really well for what I have planned. And speaking of bombs, we actually have to run back over to spawn to deal with something. Right over next to good old Mount fWhip, we ran across that Advent doors, Christmas doors game going on. Or not really a game, but apparently something that Jimmy and I believe Scott or Catherine set up, and a lot of people have died from it. I don't really know what it is. All I've heard is a bunch of angry messages like, I can't believe you guys, why would you make me do that? Or things along that line, and or wow, that was really, really funny. So it's time that we stop by and take our turn at it ourselves. Yay, it's gonna be great, right? Little bit of reading here. Take a sign from the chest to your left. Please pick a door and place a sign in front. That is your door and only yours. Put all inventory items in the chest included. Once you open your chosen door, you must go inside and see what you get by choosing that door. You're accepting your fate. So that door's been claimed by Jeremy. That one's been claimed by Joel. CPK's taken that one. And then over here we have Scott. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Random number generator it is. The Googles have said 4. So we are taking the corner door right down here next to Scott. Are there signs left? There are. You know what? We can put a arcfang tongue in there. It's okay. They can have that. I know it said take your stuff off, but I think we're just going to go in like this and it'll be okay. We have keep inventory on. All right. What are we getting? What is behind this door in here? Nice. Oh, do we not die then? Do we not die? Oh my God. 27 blocks of diamonds. I do this. Not because I want to, but because I must. Money, 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 money. Now, since we're in the area, let's go ahead and deal with the Secret Santa present for now. After this, we'll head back over to the new base and do some building up in there. But first and foremost, we are going to need a few certain items. 1 being we need a red mushroom. 2 being we need a Lumashroom. The red mushroom here is going to be custom mushroom builds around the base. And then the Lumashroom is going to be, which I don't know if he might like this one more, a custom pond build around the base. I know he's been complaining about not having an area for all of his sea creatures to live, so we're going to go with those two. But then, my friends, we've got the actual fun part of the present that I'm looking forward to, which involves us coming over to the beach town, which has had a little bit of work done on it. Catherine's been doing a lot over there, and there should be somewhere in here. I think on the mini map we can see all those items. Is that a bunch of these guys? Cluck shrooms? Yes, they are down. And scary things. Scary things are down here too. Oh God. We need a lot of these. We need a lot of cluck shrooms. Oh my God, they're everywhere. What is going on in here? I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. I think 16 cluck shrooms should do it. You know what? 18. 18's a good number. Want to come over here and do a little bit of a flyby on the beach town, and it looks absolutely amazing. There's a Jimmy Bucks in here too, and it looks like a few more buildings have been popping up all over the place. We'll have to get back here soon. We'll have to come back over to here soon. I just love the absolute absurdity of what is going on at Jack's base here, and it's just everything. There's just everything around it all over the place. The leprechaun's really cool. And now I think it's time that we set up our own absurd thing over here on top of the beanstalk that we've already built. So, yeah, Jeremy and the beanstalk doesn't really work too much anymore, so we've got to fix this one. Over here, we've got a little bit of a present coming together, and I think we can just create a little bit of a box in here. Then I want to put some grava sand in the base. I don't know if it's quite going to work how I think it will, but we'll see what we can do here. I just realized while building this, we're actually outside of his base, and the idea is all the cluck shrooms will be in it. He'll click a button or something, the grava sand would fall, and then we want the cluck shrooms to kind of fall down with it and go everywhere. So we're gonna have to move this. There we go. We've got our squat little present up here. The bow is actually as tall as the present itself, which I don't know if that's okay or not. But we're gonna put this guy down here. We've got a lever. I think if we activate the lever, we should be able to put the gravity sand. No, that's falling. We unactivate the lever. Then does it work? I almost killed his dog Digger. Oopsies. Grava sand floor is now in place. We've got a few signs for ourselves, and I'm just gonna put a little sign on the front here that says Merry Christmas, Jeremy, flip lever below, and then we're gonna have the lever right there. He's just gonna change that thing over and we'll be all good to go. And now we just need to come inside of here. We can actually get rid, no, those all need to stay. For starters, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the chest in here so we actually have space for this, and we're gonna put the custom pond build and the custom mushroom builds right in there, and then we gotta unload all of the cluck, which I really do hope that these will not despawn because there's gonna be a lot of them in here. It should be okay. This area won't be loaded probably until he comes in next time, so it'll be fine leaving them all in here. All right, boys, make sure we put on a good show here for old Jeremy, all right? Make his Christmas great. You all are gonna do awesome. I really wanna test it to make sure this works, but I know it's kind of a one-trick pony here. And once it's done, it is done. And where are we gonna fall? So we're gonna drop right here. You two would die. Shredder, I'm sorry, this is right on top of your doghouse. I don't want to end up in the doghouse, so I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys over just a touch. Lady is so adorable over here. Oh, you're so cute. And that should work. That should be all clear to here. No dogs will be injured in the making of this Christmas present, which is exactly what we want to have. Looks like whoever this guy is doesn't have a name quite yet, but he's about to get out of here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just push you back in and I'll break that. Now you can't get out, bud. Well, that was an absolute blast doing all that stuff. Back over at the village now, we've got some building work to do here, and I picked a name for the village, and we have the Lost Village. I thought that was super cool. Thank you all so very much for everybody who left the suggestions over there. It is fantastic, and I'm very excited for it, but we've got to come all the way down here where we are going to be working on building up a little bit of a section of farmland today. I wanted to take this smaller area off to the side, see if we can't build up some farmland and make it into something a little bit more inhabitable. I was looking at some old pictures recently over on Pinterest of Tenochtitlan. I really feel like I'm butchering how to say that one, but it was like the ancient Aztec capital. However you pronounce it. I'm terrible at pronouncing things. But anyways, I was looking at old pictures of that, and they were settled in the middle of a lake. And they were kind of on top of the lake, on top of all the muddy area, and they used a lot of that to create these floating farmland type structures, which I thought would be really, really fun to try today. So I want to bring ourselves up here with a bunch of dirt and create these bit of platforms for ourselves where we can have some floating farmland bits. And then I want to create some trellises that are going to go over the top of them. We can add a few bridges that we can use to get around to the different sides. So if we do 4 there, and then we have a water source, and we bring ourselves out 4 to this side, we can make these long little strips of farmland. Now, in order to make it something that is functional and we can walk around on it, I figured we would add a bunch of slabs around the side of it to help it feel like it's being supported by some floating structure of sorts. We're going to have to do slabs or full blocks below it as well. And I thought since we are in the jungle, why not use the jungle wood? I figured since we're down here and we have a lot of them, some wheat seeds could be a good way to go, at least for these starter ones. I want to dig into Lizzie's flower mod and use a lot of that stuff around here as ways to decorate some more, but for now we can do this. And come back through with this hoe is amazing. It has bone mealing capabilities on it, and it doesn't take any durability. It's insane. So we do something like that, get those guys to bone meal up there a little bit. And then I wanted to craft a few fences. I don't know if I have any though. What might work here is actually using some spruce logs like these guys, and then we can connect them going all the way around to these sides. This could be really, really cool. As I mentioned, I want to build out those trellis structures, and I was thinking we could grab a bunch of the vines from Lizzie's flower mod and use those and have them hanging all over the place with a bunch of leaves here too. So this thing just looks insanely overgrown. Of course, do not worry, we are going to be stripping this down because I did not like the spruce log texture in there as well. I have so many of the yellow jasmine, I feel like that could be the great way to go here. And I've got a bunch of leaves, and I think for now we're going to try some jungle leaves just, you know, because actually, you know what? No, we've got acacia leaves. I think those could work even better here. And then the fun part of we just got to start dotting these leaves in all over the place. And then wherever we have open points, we can start bringing in some of these awesome little yellow jasmine. So like we can have some right in here. We can maybe have some right in there. So that'll start hanging down. We can have one right in here. I know we have the ability to stunt the vines and everything and stop them from growing, but for now I'm kind of liking the overgrown vibe we're getting out here, so I'm gonna leave them to do their thing for a little bit. But we should be able to, this should be functional to be able to walk around up here. You can harvest all the crops as you need to. Then we're gonna build a few pathways with a few more jungle trapdoors. For now, let's go ahead and just create this little guy for our pathway to get on top of here. And then I wanted to say, let's go right in the middle of this one. We can bring ourselves over 2 blocks and we can make another one. And then I want to do like 1 or 2 more over here as well. I think it's going to be really cool. We have really got to be careful of these waters over here. This, I think that's a perch or something, but it's running around and eating every fish. And they've attacked me a few times. So we got to be careful about when we're swimming around. Thankfully, we can fly while we're building. But I've got the second one built up over here. Got to throw a bunch of the flowers and leaves and bushes on top of it so far. And down here, I decided to, you know, go with some flowers. So we got some white clovers down here. I don't know why. I just like the look of having a little tiny flowery one, a barge over here, something like that. And I was just getting our second one set up right back in here so we can start planting another crop. I almost wanted to go for like one of the trellis things of where we grow all the vines on top of, but I don't think that would work out too well. So I want to run back over to my base real fast and see what we have seed-wise over there already. I do love all the Christmas decorations we put up around here, and I believe still at this point in time, nothing has happened inside this room besides now housing a lot of our old maps. And we've got all these flowers. I feel like it would be doing myself an injustice to not include the magenta hyacinth, because that is something that I use so very much in the old base. And I feel like this color inside of the jungle could be absolutely awesome. Planted the seeds in, now we just gotta wait for them to grow up, and it's back to put in a bunch of these acacia leaves on the top. I figured out a way I can throw a few lanterns in by bringing up that middle trapdoor up one. It helps bring a bit more of an arch feeling over here. And then in some places I had already thrown a leaf block, like actually this one place, so I decided to leave it without. And what we could actually do instead is probably just get rid of it. I think that's okay. The idea in my mind here is that fruit would be growing on the bushy stuff up above, and then also being able to still get light down below, and then they're able to use the water from the pond and everything to hydrate the soil and all that stuff, assuming it's all fresh water and good stuff right there ready to go. I thought it'd just be kind of a fun, unique way. I don't think I've ever built a farmland structure quite like this. I usually just go for big fields, and today I was like, you know what? No. We're doing something fun. We're doing something different. We're doing something I haven't tried before. And well, it's turning into these little barges over here, and I love them. I think the lanterns are going to be pretty important. I know nothing down here is mob spawnable, but I think it's still going to be something important to have, you know, just for sanity wise as we're walking around these areas, because mobs can still walk on top of them. And there we go. Everything's in place now. We've got just a few of these last few viney things hanging down here, and I think they look awesome. Maybe we throw a few more of those leaf bushes over here, because that is looking a little floaty. I know nothing really out here is connecting, but it's Minecraft, so it's fine. It'll be okay. I think it'd be totally fine just being able to leave everything around here like this. And this is something that I set up a bunch of these jungle trapdoors so we can like walk onto the wheat one. We can walk over into the clovers. Then from here, you can walk over into the hyacinths, which then also have a way to walk back across the side. And I feel like we just need to clear this out a little bit for ourselves. And of course, the crocodiles have found their way down here. Still hate them. Okay, got rid of that dude. And what I would like to tackle next, just as a little bit of an extra add, is this wall right here. I was talking about earlier, I was like, I don't like it too much. It's a little gross. And there's, I feel like there's a lot that we could do with it. The problem is, however, is we've been using stone for a lot of the building up in this area. And down here we have, what is this? I believe this is limestone, right? Yes, I have full inventory, so I can't tell you. Limestone, it is. I thought limestone would be a cool block that we can use as the way of like building up the walls for now, unless I find something better. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time thinking about it and start working on terraforming that section. Coming up here to our brand new viewing tree, I absolutely love how these little floating trellis farmland boats, rafts, something or another's look. I really don't know what they're called, but I love it. They look so cool. And while I was down there, or while I was up there before I came down here, I was looking at all of this sand and I was like, it looks really nice. And I kind of want to incorporate some sand into the beach area. So I feel like we can tone this back a little bit better for ourselves. And then we can actually use some of it along the edge of the shore. This is at the point where we've got our new building. It looks great. It looks fantastic. Now, how the heck do we situate this into the environment and make it fit with everything else that we're doing? And I thought with that, we could bring some of this sand in here, and then we're probably going to bury this stuff down a little bit further. What wouldn't be bad is those pickler reed bushes that we have inside this world. They look pretty cool and they kind of stick up out of the water. So I thought something like that could be kind of fun to include in here. I don't have too many of them on me, but thankfully if we find one, we can make as many as we want with some bone meal. But now that we got the sand down underneath finished up, before we tackle those cliffs over there, I thought it'd be kind of fun to make a few little water channels, almost where the water is coming in a little bit further, so the shoreline isn't quite as strict. It's not so confined to this edge right in here. I thought it'd be kind of cool to make our jungly atmosphere a little bit more on the wet side, lush side, and just lots of things going on, so we can bring some water all the way back into here. Almost like we have the sand on the front of being a beach of sorts, and then as it goes in, we're going to get these little tide pools back here. We can flatten a lot of these areas down and mix them up a bunch using the... We can make a lot of the areas over here traversable using our jungle trapdoors like we have. Like, I can put a little boardwalk right there. We can put some over here, and we'll have to figure out some jungle foliage to go together for all this stuff as we're moving forwards. I'm really not too sure on what I want to do on that front quite yet, but I think it'll be okay to get the lines in here now so we have an idea of what things could look like in the end. That being said, just having these little areas broken up down here is pretty cool. We do have a wheat seed on us as well, and if we come down here and grab our hoe and till that soil, we can grow this guy all the way up and harvest it a few times and get a few more seeds for ourselves. Little things like this will be a really fun way to dot around our build and add some extra interest to it, and things can just grow up naturally as they go throughout. So we can throw like the last 2 seeds right up here, and then should be able to bone meal those and make sure we don't hit it too many times, and that'll be fine. Now we also have bamboo in the game, which I thought could be really fun to include, so we can harvest up a few of these guys, send them back over there with us, and I would love to be able to find, if we can, some sugarcane. Scanning a good way down the river, it seems to not be very much down here at this point in time, which is a bummer, but maybe if we travel a little bit further. Ooh, those could be, oh my gosh, I saw the tongue and I got really scared. Oh man, I love this jungle. But we could harvest up these. Can we loot these? Yes, we can. No luck on the sugarcane, but was able to find a bunch of the pickler reeds, so we can harvest up all of these and take them back there with us. I feel like just these pops of color with whatever we can get is going to really break up the green of the jungle that we have in Minecraft and really go for a cool, interesting, and more unique vibe that we can get for ourselves here. Even all the way out here to the ocean and in a brand new biome, there is no sugarcane. What is going on in this world? Went a good few hundred blocks and didn't find anything, but I did find these guys. I want to bring them home with me. I don't know what they are really, and if we can tame them, but they are goats. Yeah, I guess they look like goats. I just thought they'd have a more fun name than that. Goat number 2, goat number 3, and demon goat. Back over at the base now, I'm not really sure where I want to put the goats quite yet, and demon goat themselves, but I think we can just throw a little square back here with some fences. I think these things work the exact same way as sheep. They've been eating the grass like crazy. I don't know if we can shear them or not, but we've got some new friends down here. They're gonna chill there, and now we gotta do the rest of the detailing work with the pickler reeds and all that stuff. It's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt because they will slow us down if we walk on top of them, so we want to be careful of that. So I think a good place to add a lot of these in is not on top of the sand apparently, but can we add the flowering rush? Yes, we can. And a few of them randomly dotted in around our bend here should be really nice. I like them. I like that little pop of color we're getting. It's really breaking away from the, there's a scare. Oh, there, a fish just died. But it's really breaking away from the green on green on green on green that we have going out here because we really want to find a way to get rid of that. Otherwise, everything just looks like a mush of green. And let's add some more green with bamboo. I don't know. We're going to just dot a few of these in for now. I'm not too set on the idea of including bamboo in here, but I feel like it could work out okay for us. Last and certainly not least, I would love to be able to get a bit of a pathway for ourselves to climb all the way up to the top of this guy. Just a very, very rough one here with some coarse dirt. It doesn't have to be too perfect. Just has to be something kind of chunking away the land so we can climb up here as we need. And no, I'm not going to be using those jumpy stairs that we have with the coarse dirt. It's not worth it. Previously, I know we had used the path blocks around here to simplify a pathway, but I think the coarse dirt's going to work a little bit better with the jungle, and again, helping to break up from that green. But what we could do is actually just build on the path blocks around it, so it looks like they're more used than just a few random pieces of dirt. Something like that is actually really sweet. But I like this a lot. What we've got going on here so far is a small base. It's very small, it's very quaint, but I think it's going to be really sweet. I've got a lot of ideas of things we can add here in the future. And I've heard from a few people saying that they're interested in coming over and building here with us and doing a few things around the area. So that'll be super cool once they get over here and doing all that stuff. But my friends, I think unfortunately that is all I've got time for in today's video. I've had an extremely busy week. So unfortunately a little bit less stuff happening here today. But I do hope y'all enjoy it as I'm getting killed by a plant. Please, no. Okay, well, now it's dead. As I was saying, click that like button down below if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're brand new. And my friends, I will catch you on the fWhip side.